So let me start with ETF example number 1. VOO. As a disclaimer, I'm personally invested in VOO. And this is going to give you exposure to the S&P 500. Now, let me tell you a little story, because in 2007, Warren Buffett placed a $1 million bet against a top hedge fund manager. And what he said is that I bet that the S&P 500 will give better returns than investing money with a high-powered and expensive hedge fund manager. Why? Because the hedge fund is working to pick the best stocks, which number 1 is hard to do, but then number 2, these expensive hedge funds are going to charge extremely high fees. They're going to charge a 2% management fee plus 20% of profits. And so what he said was, let's take a look at what happens over the next 10 years, comparing investing money into the S&P 500, something like VOO, versus investing that same money into a hedge fund. And after placing this $1 million bet in 2007, what we saw is that the hedge fund annualized about 2.2% returns over 10 years after you factored in the hedge fund fees, while the S&P 500 returned approximately 7.1% a year after factoring in the S&P 500 fees, which means that the average person was able to beat these expensive hedge funds just by investing their money into the S&P 500. But